Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here. Get ready to play Cubic Odyssey. Alright, so I didn't pay attention to my recording and all that because I was sick and all that fun stuff. Yay! Still am a little bit. But I'm gonna go over some tips, tricks, helpful hints, and upgrading my equipment and getting ready to clear the planet. So if you guys enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification, and everything else in between. Now, one of the first tips is use your own Novum recycler. It has a 50% fuel savings versus the 33% on the ships. I don't or the stations. Some of them might have 50%, but I've seen some of them with only 33. This is better to do. Another thing is if you can, you want to eventually get this upgraded because fuel savings. This means effectively zero fuel will be used. But it takes capacitors, motherboards, radium ingot, and cobalt. As you can see, 100% plus 2. Now I am going to show you where what to look for raising your trade scale for a decent rate. As I would like to get this because then I can use it to start using some of my big batteries. As you can tell, I'm still a little sick. I may have to actually craft some bigger batteries. I did upgrade to a tier 5 extractor, which came with 2 mods. As you can see, one's a range increase and one's a power. This practically makes this a tier 6. I guess you could say it's a tier 5.5, because if you look at tier 6, which I want to upgrade to, it's a 2.96, and this is a 2.24, when it normally is a 1.94, and 11 range, and this is a 12 range. So, yeah. Anyways, first things first, though, is I am gonna make the most important items. In other words, we're gonna have a backpack, and we're gonna have the tier 3 suit, but we need capacitors, which that's 4 of them. We're gonna craft the backpack. Oh, jetpack mods. I don't know what the hell they give, but hey. Anyways, now that we've got that, I can get rid of the tier 2. Then for... Ooh. I can make a transistor. And I could make this. I could basically make this right now. But I'd rather go for this. We're gonna need those. And we're gonna need 6 of these, so might as well craft all this. I'm gonna need quartz, yay! Uranium, we may have to actually go dig for uranium, because I think we only have 8. Now, anyways, we'll deal with that in a little bit. We're gonna go up, and I'm gonna show you what to look for increasing... Oh, nice, pirate ship detected. What to look for to increase your trading when going to new solar systems. Alright, over here, turn that way. Personally, I wish it wouldn't auto-orient yourself like this. I don't see the point of it. It's kind of actually annoying. There's no up or down in space, so therefore you shouldn't have to worry. Anyways, let's head on over to here. As long as you don't just aim past the gate, you won't just suddenly rocket off into space. Alright. In other words, you'll auto shut off or turn off gauge like that. Now you want to come over to the ship place, and whoop. I hate that it always puts me on the right side. I want to be on the left side sometimes. That's why I came in. Anyways, you're going to be looking for a trader. Now, not all stations are going to have this trader, and they'll buy a limited amount of the supplies, but it's a great way to sell any excess materials. So you come over here, and you look at this guy. He will buy dark liquid, dark plate, corrupted, dark fragments, and a decent amount of them. Well, for most things like the rods and the tissue and stuff like this. But you can sell this, and for the in the beginning, it's a decent way to make money, as you can see, or not money, but increased trading skill. As you can see, boom, big jump for there. And now we're gonna sell these. Admittedly, yeah, you can see quite a big jump. But once he buys all of that, then that's it. So you'll have to look for other stations to sell all this useless amount of junk. Not all of it's useless, but you get what I'm saying. We have 2000 something, which actually that's perfect. Now you can see here the quantum recycler, 33%, speed 225. It's it's not worth using those. It's better to use your own. Uh, Novum refinery. Actually, speed 50. So yeah, this doesn't matter. I already have my own. So yeah. Uh Now for mods, that's dependent on you. Like I accidentally left my sniper rifle in here, which I should pull out, but this one's like a 10% damage increase, because I think that normally does a 29 damage. I don't know if it's actually 10, but either way, it normally does like 29 and it does 30. This increases speed, so yeah. And then this, you can see here, mining power and range, which actually I'm thinking that is 10, or I actually don't know how to calculate that, because this goes from 0.94 to 2.24. That is effectively a 0.3 increase. And then you got mining range. Oops, I don't want to leave that. I wish when you exit out of this, it automatically pulls out. Another thing to keep an eye on is elite creatures. They will drop myoconite. In one of my episodes, when I was going to the what do you call it? The temple, I saw on my camera a big giant boar, and then I was like, oh. Okay, so now I know what to look for. In other words, they're usually creatures that are usually larger than normal, as far as I can tell. Now, it might vary from place to place, but who knows? And at some point, I would like to build my own ship, but we're gonna have to actually get to that point. The smuggler, you can sell stuff here or buy stuff. Ooh, microprocessors. I actually need those. Ooh, I feel like I'm about to cough. Anyways, sorry about that. We're going to. I'm tempted to sell and buy the marksman rifle because I ain't seeing any tier 2s for this sniper. Ooh, sniper STR 120, that might actually have a tier 2. This is usually how you can tell if there's tier 2s or not. Marksman rifle here, that's a tier 2. S. Wait, what's the rifle? STR 180 is, oh, L. Oh, better range, better accuracy, but less damage. So this must be a light, which means most of the battery overheats. Ooh, extra large. Anyways, enough with that. We're coming over to here because I think you... Oh. Okay, we're gonna go to this guy. Because I want the microprocessors, because that's gonna allow me to build a few things. So we'll buy, and we might have to come back for the motherboards, but until then, we're just gonna pilot. We're gonna head back, dang it, and we're going to continue on. In other words, I'm gonna get my gear, probably look into some better weapons. And probably get some uranium so I can get that higher tier suit. Try not to cough and everything else, and but still, we did not want to do that. Go back up. Now there is a difference between ancient mines and ancient temples. An ancient mine are what these square things are here. An ancient temple is something as what I showed on the first planet. I think. Ooh, bunch of pirates just died. Free batteries, yay! And health packs. Alright, so we've covered selling stuff. Oh. We've covered selling stuff. We've covered expanding, or not expanding, but we've dealt with upgrading some mods, explaining using certain tools for your own tools, and all that fun stuff. We're gonna need quartz, a lot more, and titanium. We could make transistors, but first we need a gem plate. We need 16 more of these. And we need 12 more of these. Lots of mining. Alright, let's get... And to make the suit, we need 12 of those. So we need 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4 plus 12. We need 16 uranium ingots. Whoo, that is a lot. Alright, down we go. Speed. Alright, let's continue on searching and everything. Sorry about that. A little bit of a distraction there. But anyways, we need to get you. And we need to find uranium and quartz. There we are. Oh, it was practically in the open. I usually try not to use the scanner right now until I can get the bigger, better batteries and better scanner. This is just like 20 energy for 500. It's not really worth it, especially since he recharges fast enough. We got one. Did I not get two? straight up. Awesome. Alright, well, hopefully we can get a bunch of uranium, a bunch of quartz, and a bunch of other items in the process. Because once we do this, we're gonna go take on the next place. Oh! Yes! 2 for that one. Sweet! Dang it. You can usually tell when you get a 1 or 2 because you'll hear the little tink sound. Alright, more uranium. We're at 5. We need 16. Ooh, more up. Definitely am loving this new tool. Dang it. Alright. We're gonna have to look up quartz next, which I think might be a little... Oh, there we are. Might be a little bit more difficult to find. That way, sweet. Oh yeah, there was something else I forgot to cover that I got distracted and may want to start looking into, but we're not at that point just yet. Because we need to be able to start getting to antimatter and matter and all that other fun junk. And if it does what I think it's supposed to, then it's definitely going to be well worth it to set it up. Even if it's slow as hell, it would still be amazing. Also, looking at the roadmap, they have plans for the future, for introducing like animal husbandry and farming and other stuff like that, which actually would be fun. Ooh, nice. We got 2 for that, but I was hoping for uranium. Oh, well, thank you for the uranium also. Yay! Alright. Nope. Straight on the same level, sweet. I definitely would love to be able to craft my own mods. Yeah, that would be really appreciated and all that, because then I would definitely be focusing on power and energy saving on my things, especially energy saving on my scanner. 11. Alright. About another 5 more scans, and we'll have enough uranium to make the suits, hopefully. And then hopefully we can get enough of quartz. Whee! Alright. Scan again. Down. At some point you just basically just run around and there's no point making mines. 14, ooh, perfect. That's part of the reason why I dig around just a little bit, because you never know if there might be a spot hidden just behind one of the rocks and you could save from having to use your scanner. Although using the scanner might be cheaper in the long run, especially when you're mining out all over the place like that. Right. Yeah. Alright, well, I think that takes care of that. So now we need quartz. There we are. Once we get a few more quartz, we should be able to make our suit. Nice. Didn't expect to find gems. However, I've already found all the gems. It took a whole long time to find Ruby for me. Yay! And, dang it. That was not what I was looking for, but oh well. Alright. Why are we only getting... Actually, no, never mind. I would like to find a mod that allows you to duplicate resources. That would be really fun. Alright. I think it's about time we figure out how to get back out of here. Our base is over there. So if I head this way... And that's one fun part about building the way I'm doing my little trip to get down here. I'm making it so that I could actually dig down and then find my way up at all times, which I might throw an elevator into the center. And then when I do that, I can land and dig to the bottom and then dig my way to the my base. And when I dig my way to the base, nice. Ooh, double nice. Ooh, more. Ah! Wow, that has a lot of life. Titanium. This glows. This has got a hell of a glow. Nice. Anyways, we need to head this way now. You do gotta be careful mining because you'll get those giant green spiders, and as you can see, they do eat quite a bit of health if you stay on them. I think if you shoot them from a distance, you're fine, but you never know. Alright, we're gonna try and get closer to my base and hopefully get out of here. Alright. It does take a while to get out if you try and do this. If you dig your way out, otherwise you just straight up dig, you'll be able to get out much quicker and faster, but I'm trying not to poke holes everywhere. Looks like I overshot it right about in here somewhere. I probably should put the entrance straight down from the, whatever you call it. Because I might be more likely to get out that way. Really? Screw it. I was trying to not do this, but oh well. Whoop. Oh. Oh. Hey, I found my, starting mine. No, not that one. Was it this way? It might be this way. Nope, I guess not. I just ended up in another mine, some of the paths that I've ended up in before. Nice. Like this. Yeah, I'm starting to see where I'm at. Nice. Alright, anyways. Screw it. Going up. We'll get my gear, which I did move on to the next, whatever you call it. I warped over to where I needed to. So that's why I'm also getting ready with the suit and other things like that. Because the bigger, badder the shields, the more likely you are to survive. Alright. Almost out, most likely. Although sometimes you can end up in the weirdest places. Oop. This is also why I would get power, because the higher the power, then the better you dig, even when you run out of energy. Although you do have to deal with the wine. Kind of wish they turned down the wine. Anyways, let's hurry up and try and get out of here. I didn't expect this to turn into something that took 20 minutes, but hey. Alright. I wonder if I can request a battery. This is going to take some time by the sound of it. This is also why I want to get that thing. So if I can, I might just skip getting the suit and getting the battery charger thing, because that will be something I keep on hand at all times. I do like that they made batteries stackable. That actually is very, very helpful, because then now you can get a bunch of batteries on hand that only take up like one inventory slot instead. And where the flip am I? Am I digging into a mountain? I might be digging into a mountain. Which might be why I'm not... Oh, there's the base. I was about to say, might be why I'm not getting out. Alright. Let's hurry up. Gotta hurry up and get out. Even if it takes you 20 years. Do we have any... We don't have any fuel source. This really sucks. When you get used to the high speed and then you suddenly drop. Now the funny part is this is like a tier 1, or actually probably even more than that speed. That's the funny part. So it's like used to it's like, oh, this is good, that was fast. Now it's just like, oh, that's slow. Ew. Alright. I did not expect this. I probably should have just found my way out using the tunnel that I found there. I probably shouldn't have been trying to dig, because I didn't think I was that far down. I don't know at this rate. Oh, I've entered my base. Whoop. What does that mean? So we're about 20 meters from the surface, which, woo. Which is nice, but at the same time... Are we literally coming in directly under it? Almost. Alright. We're gonna try and make, what do you call it? We're gonna try and make the, ooh, we're putting that, stop it. There we go, we're putting that in. And to make this is what I'm talking about, because if this does exactly what I think it does, an advanced extractor which can gather and reconstitute glowing materials from the planets where they exist. So it can gather glowing materials and reconstitute glowing materials. That means it would convert it into a non-glowing version if my assumption is correct. Then we could set this up on ore and then have it extract and mine. The question is, will it be infinite or will it be just temporary, or like, what about it? We need to get quartz, which we may not have enough of those, and we need transistors, which we're gonna make 8 of them. And I didn't realize I needed everything else also. Alright. Store all of the dirt. And we're definitely going to want to bring with batteries. At least a couple of them. Or a few tier 2 fuel charger. Throw you in. I hate that so much. I really hope they did I just duplicate? Wait, what? Did I? Hold on huh. I may have just accidentally... I think I'm accidentally duplicating my backpacks. What? Why? If I... Huh. Oh, okay. I mean, that's a lot of mods I can be using, extracting if I can continue to duplicate, but, I'm not here to duplicate. Now the question is, will it disappear on reload? That is the question. Anyways. Aggressive fauna, pirate activity. Yay! Pirate activity. Ow. Stupid. Pirate ship detected. You're dead. Shoot. Why is it aiming at my ship? I thought they fixed that. I thought they don't shoot at your ship when no one's in it. Did they change it again? I hope, there might be some bugs, as you can tell, a lot of bugs. Yay! Gotta love a lot of bugs. Alright, anyways. Oh yeah, I forgot that these give you 2. Well, at least we got plenty of uranium. Alright. Throw that in, throw that in. We need 8. Actually, can we make the tier 3? What's it take to make? This is the most important thing. So no, we cannot afford to make the suit. Not until we get the transistors and the other items. Alright. I got to figure out, we need to make how many of these? We need cobalt, and we need 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 4 more, so we're good on that. And we need to make this. So we need 4 cobalt and we need polonium. Or we need 2 cobalt and 2 polonium to get that. This we need to stuff in quartz. And we need to find lots more quartz. Alright. QB. Find us cobalt. We may have to drop down a floor. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop. Whee! Alright. Once we get the charger thing, I'm gonna... wow, this is a long episode. Anyways. Cobalt. Once we get this and get the cobalt and a couple more quartz, we'll be good to go. I'm gonna have to definitely get quartz. Yes, I missed this high-speed mining. Hopefully we can get 2 from this. Yeah, definitely need a better one of those. Alright, cobalt. 1 more, please. Oh, right over there. And then we'll get polonium. Alright. Nope. Alright. Polonium. Ooh, practically straight up. Alright, so let's head on over here. If we can get 2, great. Ooh, or this. Oh, it's the mag. Which actually, that's something I need too. Ooh. Yes, there we are, we got it. And that's 4 and 4, so that will give us what we need for that. I think we need quartz. Oops. Which, see if we can get some more quartz. Oh, right over there. Whoop. Alright, well, that was fun. Seems this is mostly a run around and mine thing. Thankfully, most of the stuff that was important was covered in the beginning. At this point, I'm just going to try and get the energy thing if I can. And then from there, make bigger, better batteries. And probably get the suit. So let's hurry up and get at least a little bit more. And then we'll get ourselves out of here. Thankfully, we should still have plenty of battery to be able to get out, but you never know. Alright, let's... Whoop. So that means we're near... That means we just head towards the base, and we should be able to figure out how to get out of here soon enough if I just dig around enough. Eventually I'm going to make the bottom down here so big on around my base that all I have to do is just walk towards it, and then I'll guarantee my exit. Like this. So now I just gotta figure out which way, and I think it's... Nope, not here. Whoop. Not here. This is where I was mining out, so just have to figure out. Here we are. Found it. See? I just gotta make this bigger. In other words, I'm gonna make a huge, very, very huge open wide area around the under my base, so I can guarantee that I can get out once I reach... Oop, not that way. Once I reach lava floor. I just gotta make sure not to die when I hit the lava. But let's hurry up and get ourselves a energy station. I would like to also make the health one, but right now that is not necessary because our health is not high enough. Once our health starts getting really high, then we'll want to start making it, because then we can charge our health and charge a few other things. Alright. Get you in, and then we'll be good to go. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. I'm glad we get double. I wonder if there's mods, if we can mod our appliances. If we can mod our appliances, I might mod in increased production bonus. Alright, quartz, we're gonna need to slap you in without a doubt. And we probably have to actually slap in a few other items without a doubt. Titanium. That would be the one we would need, and then actually would have just enough to be able to make. Yeah, we would just have, we gotta get the quartz in, but we would have a... Now we need titanium. Awesome! Alright, processors, we need 4. Perfect. Now, the energy station. Yes! Fear me and my power! Oops. Alright, so that means we'll call it here. I'm gonna make a bigger, better battery, so... If you guys enjoy, please like. If you didn't, I understand. Not much happened. Just running around, gathering materials, getting things out of the way. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, if you guys want to see more of this series, make sure to check out my channel. If you want to see other games I play, check out the in-screen credits. I do play other games in the process. And if you want to be added on to the in-screen credits, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain period of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy, and you come back for more. I'm going to get ready for the next episode, which means a bit more grinding, a bit more getting gear set up and everything else. Woo! Gotta love that. Alright. Bye-bye!